Guys, just by watching the first 20 seconds, you probably already felt how explosive and intense today's movie list is going to be. So please don't skip this video or you might miss out on some seriously high-quality content. And I'm sure these movies will totally make your week. So watch the video till the very end. And yes, don't forget to drop a comment with your feedback, hit that like button for motivation, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now let's jump straight into today's video. At number 10, we have a highly recommended 2025 Best Action Thriller movie, Fight or Flight, with an IMDb rating of 7.1 out of 10. The story follows Jade Lynn, an ex-Special Forces operative trying to escape her past. While hiding on a commercial flight, things take a deadly turn when the plane gets hijacked by international criminals threatening to unleash a bioweapon midair. With time running out, Jade has only two choices: fight or flight. Friends, in this movie you'll see high-altitude hand-to-hand combat, real-time ticking clock suspense, and claustrophobic tension that'll keep you glued to the screen from start to finish. And yes, this movie is available on Amazon Prime Video, so make sure to add it to your watch list right now. At number 9, we have a gripping action thriller movie, The Silent Hour, with an IMDb rating of 6.8 out of 10. The story follows Darius, a hearing-impaired ex-detective who now works as a night shift security guard in his own neighborhood. But when a drug bust goes wrong and a violent gang war breaks out inside the very building he patrols, his quiet routine turns into a deadly survival game. Friends, in this movie you'll experience bone-chilling silence, edge-of-your-seat tension, and a deeply layered protagonist that makes this film a masterclass in mute action storytelling. And yes, this movie is also available on Amazon Prime Video, so don't miss it. At number 8, we have an intense action thriller movie, Sinners, with an IMDb rating of 6.6 out of 10. The story kicks off with a brutal church massacre, followed by the mysterious disappearance of the sole survivor. That survivor is Ethan Crow, a former hitman who has now become a reclusive pastor, trying to leave his violent past behind. But when members of his old crew start getting murdered one by one, Ethan is forced back into the shadows to hunt down the killer. Friends, in this movie, you'll enjoy stylized violence, deep religious symbolism, and a dark emotional journey that turns revenge into a spiritual experience. And yes, you can enjoy this movie on Amazon Prime Video. At number 7, we have a high-octane action thriller movie, The Shadow Force, that was recently released with an IMDb rating of 4.7 out of 10. The story follows Eric, that is a former operative who betrays the top-secret Shadow Force agency to protect his wife and young son. But in return, the agency sends an elite kill squad to erase Eric with his family. Friends, this movie delivers non-stop gunfights, revenge-type storyline, but I don't know why this movie offers average vibe only. And yes, you can watch this movie on Amazon Prime Video. At number 6, we have a best intelligence-based action thriller movie, The Accountant 2, with an IMDb rating of 6.7 out of 10. The story follows Christian Wolf, a socially isolated math genius and highly trained assassin who returns after 10 years to expose a dangerous AI company. But the truth he uncovers isn't just financial fraud, it's an emotional betrayal connected to his own dark past. Friends, in this movie you'll get to see brutal precision action, Ben Affleck's cold intensity, and a deeply layered emotional twist that will definitely keep you hooked. And yes, you can easily watch this movie on Amazon Prime Video. At number 5, we have a techno-horror sci-fi thriller movie, M3 Again, with an IMDb rating of 6.1 out of 10. The story begins with the reboot of a powerful AI named MGAN, upgraded by roboticist Gemma to stop a rogue military android called Amelia, an even deadlier version created from MGAN's own technology. But the real question is, can MGAN stop Amelia, or will she herself become the ultimate threat to humanity? Friends, this movie brings you high-tech visuals, intense action, and unexpected twists that guarantee a good experience. And yes, you can now watch this movie on Amazon Prime Video.
But don't touch Katie.
Megan.
At number 4, we have a gritty action thriller movie, Falcon Rising, with an IMDb rating of 5.8 out of 10. The story kicks off with the breakdown of John Falcon Chapman, a haunted ex-US Marine suffering from PTSD. After his sister is brutally assaulted, he enters the lawless favelas of Brazil on a mission to find the culprit. But as he dives deeper into a deadly nexus of Japanese yakuza and corrupt cops, he uncovers a dark human conspiracy that triggers his unstoppable rage. Friends, this movie is perfect if you love brutal action plus good storyline that keeps you locked in from start to finish. And yes, you can watch this movie on Netflix and Amazon Prime Video. At number 3, we have a high-tech prison break action movie, Escape Plan 2, with an IMDb rating of 3.9 out of 10. The story begins with the kidnapping of elite security operative Shu Ren, who finds himself trapped inside a futuristic prison called Hades, where cells constantly shift and every move is tracked by an AI surveillance system. Ray Breslin and his team set out on an impossible mission to break him out, but when betrayal and deadly traps unfold, every step turns into a brutal fight for survival. Friends, this movie offers a unique sci-fi prison design and intense action scenes, but the average storyline might leave you wanting more. And yes, you can easily check this movie on Amazon Prime Video. At number 2, we have a mind-bending fantasy action thriller movie, Sucker Punch, with an IMDb rating of 6.1 out of 10. The story begins deep inside the shadows of a mental asylum, where a young girl named Baby Doll is locked away by her abusive stepfather. To escape her grim reality, she enters a wild fantasy world where she and her fellow inmates must battle deadly enemies in order to earn their freedom. Friends, believe me, this movie will fully grab your attention with its stunning visuals, layered storytelling, and unexpected twists that'll mess with your mind. And yes, this movie is available on Amazon Prime Video and Netflix, so don't miss this dark and thrilling ride. Finally, at number 1, we have an explosive action comedy thriller movie, Kitty the Killer, with an IMDb rating of 4.4 out of 10. The story kicks off with a teenage assassin named Dina, who works alongside her mentor Kang, completing deadly missions for a secret agency. But when Kang is betrayed by his own organization, he declares war against the entire system. In his final moments, he passes his legacy to an ordinary guy, Charlie, who suddenly finds himself hunted by elite killers. Friends, believe me, this movie will totally grip you with its high-octane action, wild twists, and surprisingly emotional depth. And yes, you can watch this movie on YouTube and Amazon Prime Video.